Hi everyone, I'm Mr. Krollboer, or Mr. CB for short, and today in Social we'll be talking about energy sources in Canada with a focus on renewable and non-renewable resources. I'm going to close my webcam so that the video doesn't get in the way of one of the presentations a little bit later today. The first question I'd like you to consider, and I'd like you to use these images at the bottom as guides, is what are renewable and non-renewable resources? If you'd like to pause your video for about 30 seconds to 1 minute as you consider this question, go ahead. So renewable resources are resources that can be replenished in a fairly reasonably quickly time frame so that as we use that resource, it can be replaced so that we don't run out. Whereas non-renewable resources are resources that either cannot be reformed or take an extremely long time to reform so that we cannot replace them as we use them, or they cannot be replaced as it's used up. For example, oil takes very, very long, thousands to millions of years to form large enough amounts to be useful. So it's non-renewable. The second question I'd like you to consider, and to use the images to guide your thinking, is where do we get our energy? You may want to pause the video for about 30 seconds to a minute again. So there are some examples of how we can get our energy in these images, including a wind farm here, coal, solar energy, nuclear energy, and hydroelectric dams. We also use natural gas, which is the source of these flames. The last thing we're going to do is to explore where in Canada we can find these resources. So there's a link here that I've preloaded that will allow us to search through some of them. So this resource is based on Google Earth technology, and each of these sites has been selected as a source of a specific kind of energy. The first one we'll look at is a wind farm that's in the Niagara region of Ontario. There are also wind farms in other parts of the country, such as this wind farm in Alberta, near McGrath. The next thing we're going to is a hydroelectric dam that is based in Quebec. There is another hydroelectric dam in Revelstoke, British Columbia. Another hydroelectric generating station is located also in Quebec. We can also find solar farms in Canada, including this one near Newborough, Ontario, as well as another solar farm near Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. In this one, you can pretty clearly see the rows of solar panels. Another source is nuclear energy. This is a nuclear power plant in Ontario near Bruce. There is also a nuclear power station, generating station, in Darlington, Ontario. We'll be heading to Alberta, or back to Alberta, to the oil sands. And the oil sands project includes, for example, this plant near McKay River, owned by Petro-Canada. And this is using oil for generation of energy. A refinery can be found in Edmonton in the Strathcona area. The last location that we'll see today is a mine that's located in Alberta that's used to harvest coal. Coal is also a non-renewable energy source, similar to oil, in that it takes an extremely long time for coal to form, so we cannot replace it, or it is not being naturally replaced as fast as we use it up. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.